Good morning. This is not a happy video. This is a very upsetting thing to even talk about. These are dangerous times in which we live in, evidenced by yesterday someone trying to assassinate former President Trump. Just at the outset, I want to say that I feel that Trump is the next best hope for this nation. And somebody perceives that as a threat. And so they tried to do something about it. So let's talk about it. The former president was shot at and hit in the ear last night. The security failure is massive. The sniper was 150 yards away. The picture shows that the sniper was on the building across the street on the roof. There is a young man who pointed him out to the police. They ignored him. So then he began motioning to Secret Service towards the roof. Look at the roof. Kept pointing at the roof. He said you could see this man crawling on his belly with a rifle on the rooftop across the street. He was ignored. He got upset. As I can imagine, he was wondering why Secret Service didn't pull Trump off the stage during an active threat, because the guy was right there in plain sight. The Secret Service took it serious after the guy got off 5 rounds. That's unconscionable. You have this young man pointing to the roof saying, there's a shooter. There's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And you ignore him? What is wrong with you? And then our cowardly president refused to call it an assassination attempt. Said that he didn't know what it was because he didn't have the facts an hour and a half after the event took place. The head of the U.S. Secret Service should resign. This is an ultimate failure to protect the former vice president. While Trump has come out and said that he thanks the agents on the stage for protecting him, it still goes without saying that they were warned by a rally goer that there was a man on the building across the street with a rifle, and they turned around and walked away and ignored him. That means that the head of the Secret Service, Kim Cheadle, should resign immediately. The failure happened on her watch. This morning, Sky News Australia slammed CNN for being incompetent for putting on their website the following. Secret Service rushes Donald Trump off stage after he falls at his Pennsylvania rally. Falls. He was shot at. Someone tried to take him out. And CNN, in their continued incompetence, saying that he falls, their incompetence gets deeper, because they stated additionally that he injured his ear when he fell. You group of morons. Someone shot at him. And The picture shows that the bullet hit right here and creased along the side and hit the top of his ear. And Speaker Johnson said this morning that the shooter came within 1 millimeter of accomplishing their goal. That should scare every one of us, regardless of party. Because if they can get that close to a former president, you and I don't have the Secret Service protection, so you and I could have the same fate. That's a WTF moment when CNN puts on their website that first Trump fell at a rally and was rushed off stage by Secret Service, and then to also put that he injured his ear when he fell. Somebody's heads should roll at CNN, because the video shows that there were 5 shots that went off, and that President Trump grabbed his ear and looked at his hand and seen the blood on his hand, and then he went to the ground. Secret Service jumped up on top of him to protect him, and then after they took out the shooter, which, why couldn't they take him into custody and find out if there were any more? This is ludicrous that someone, a rally goer, pointed out that there was a man on the roof across the street with a rifle, and you don't go and take him into custody, you take him out. What is wrong with you? There could be others. He could not be a lone wolf. He could be in a group. This is ridiculous. The grace and armor of God protected Donald Trump because he turned his head at the precise moment that the bullet was going to hit his cheek under his eye. Think about that for a second. The precise moment that he was going to get hit right here, he turned his head, and so instead of getting hit right here, the bullet creased across his cheek and hit his ear. That should scare all of us. The picture shows it. The picture shows the crease on his cheek up to his ear. The thought of this shakes me to my core, because I lived through the assassinations of JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King, and the attempt on Ronald Reagan. It seems to me that when we get a leader that stands for the people, that the deep state tries to take them out. Chuck Schumer has a bill on his desk right now that would strip Trump's Secret Service detail, stating that because he is a felon, he doesn't deserve it. He's a former president. All presidents, vice presidents, former vice presidents are protected by the Secret Service. Schumer should resign, because the fact that he would entertain a bill that strips anyone of their Secret Service protection shows how morally bankrupt he is. Donald Trump is a former president that loves us. He loves the people. The people love him. And the more you sit there and try to do this kind of stuff, the more he will be popular. He will be more popular. This is an outrageous time in our country that we even have to sit here and talk about something like this. So that's all I have today, and hopefully they can get to the bottom of this. Speaker Johnson has already announced that there is a investigation coming into the Secret Service, has notified Kim Cheadle that she should expect a subpoena because this happened on her watch. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and help us grow our channel.